Hi everyone, I'm teacher Pushpa Kandasamy from SMK Dato Bentara Dalam Segamat. Today, I would like to share the baby steps for directed writing. Oh no, writing? Again? I can't write. I have problems in writing. I find it very difficult. I could hear these from some of you. Don't worry. Today, my lesson is especially for those who have problems in writing. My target is the beginners or even the intermediate students. I do hope that by the end of this lesson, students will be able to write an informal letter correctly by following the baby steps learned. Well, I'm sure that all SPM students know what SPM Paper 1 is all about. Yes, students have to write 2 essays. The first one is the directed writing, which carries 35 marks. And the second one is the continuous writing, which contributes 50 marks. For now, I would like to focus on the directed writing, which is also known as the DW. Well, there are 5 genres in directed writing. They are: first, the informal letter, the formal letter, next, the article, followed by the speech or a talk, and last but not the least, report writing. Dear students, today's lesson will be on informal letter writing. Well, students should know that informal letter writing carries 35 marks, and the marks will be awarded based on 3 categories. As you can see here, for the first one is the format, which carries 3 marks. Next, the content points, 12 marks. And the last one is the language, which includes 20 marks. So, the total is 35 marks. Now, students, set your mind that this is the question that you are going to answer. First, you have to read the question or the situation given. You attended a leadership camp during the school holidays. You obtained a lot of benefits from the camp and would like to share your experience with your cousin. Write a letter to your cousin about the camp so that she or he will be interested to join in next year. Now, try to focus on the important keywords or phrases in the question. Why? This will help you to get a better understanding of the question. What is next? Yes, you have to read the content points. As you can see, there are altogether 12 points. And third, you have to read all the additional instructions. These instructions are very important. Once you have finished reading, as the next step, try to identify the genre. Remember, in the beginning, I have explained to you we have altogether 5 genres. So, read again and circle the genre. For example, here you have one clue, letter. You have another clue and you have one more over here. So this is how you should circle the genre. Why do we need to do so? This will remind you that you are going to write a letter. In this situation, it is an informal letter because you are writing it to your cousin to share your experience. Next, you have to read and look at the additional instructions. You have to do this to see what do the instructions ask you to write. Read one by one. First, lay out your letter correctly. Don't worry, my dear students. You can actually see the clues in the brackets. The instruction wants you to write the address, greeting, and also the closure. Be smart. These are the clues for you to get 3 marks for the format. So, as you read, please label them as F1, F2, and F3. Once you have done that, the next step is to label the content points. Remember, if you have 3 marks for the format, you should have 12 marks for the content points. So, read the points and label them one by one. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, C12. Students, C stands for content. Well, good job. Now, you have 12 points. Again, a gentle reminder. You should do this within 2 or 3 minutes. So, what is next? Once you have done labeling the content points, the next step is for you to identify the tenses. Remember, sometimes we have the past tense, we do have present tense, as well as future tense. This is very important for you to write your essay with the correct tense. The next step is, of course, let's start writing the letter. Yes, let's start writing the letter. Remember to follow the instructions that you have labeled just now. First, you write the address. Include the date. When you write the address, you will immediately get 1 mark for the format. Next is the greeting. Just write Dear Amy. Here, Amy is the name of the writer's cousin. Once you have written the greeting, you will get F2. F3 is the closure. So, don't write now. Then what is next? Yes, the introduction. Some students might be thinking what to write in the introduction. Dear students, introductory paragraph of an informal letter will include 2 things. 1. Asking about well-being, and the second one is the purpose of writing the letter. Okay, how to write the well-being? Don't worry. Here, I will share some examples. Yes, these are some examples of introductory remarks, which are also known as the opening remarks. Students, let's say you want to ask about the person's health. You can choose from the examples here. How are you? I hope you and your family are good. Or perhaps, I hope my letter finds you in the best of health. Next, if you want to ask what the reader has been doing lately, well, these are the examples. Did you go on a holiday to Pulau Pangkor? Or, I'm happy that you could adapt well in your new place. Students, you can actually choose according to the situation. The third, when expressing happiness, regret, sorrow, or even disappointment, you can choose from here. For example, thank you for your letter. I'm happy. Or, I'm sorry to hear that your uncle passed away 2 weeks ago. So, choose wisely. Choose according to the situation given. Now, let's see what we have here. Focus on the introduction. Please read. How are you? I hope my letter finds you in the best of health. Here, my family and I are good. Well, students, this is the first part of your introductory paragraph, which is asking about the well-being. The second part is the purpose of your letter. Well, be smart. The clue is already in the question. Yeah, you can take these 2 lines to write the purpose of your letter. But be smart again. You have to change the pronoun. You attended a leadership camp during the school holidays. You obtained a lot of benefits from the camp and would like to share your experience with your cousin. Here, you have to change the pronoun you to I. So it becomes, I attended a leadership camp during the school holidays. I obtained a lot of benefits from the camp and would like to share my experience with you. Why do we need to change the pronoun? Of course, because you are writing the letter now. Well, that is all. Your introductory paragraph is done. Are you happy? Oh yeah! Hooray! Who organized the camp? The English Language Club of SMK Dato Bentara Dalam organized the camp, or the organizer of the camp was the English Club of SMK Dato Bentara Dalam Segamat. And the fourth content point is number of students involved. Here you have 2 examples. 85 students were involved in the camp, or the number of students was 85. Students, you have examples of sentences here. Just choose the ones you prefer, the one you think is easy for you. Remember, these are simple structures. Yet, you will get marks because the sentences are grammatically correct. So, don't try ambitious sentences. Write the simple ones. You will get your marks. Here comes the second part of the content points. Look at the clues or the subtopics again. For example, activities. Before you write the content points, just write one simple introductory line for the paragraph. For example, a few activities were carried out. Now, why do we need to write this sentence? Because this will help you to write about the activities in that paragraph. Then, you write the content points. Just complete the phrases here with your content points. As easy as that. The next one, you just have to follow the same steps. Just write one simple introductory line for that paragraph. For example, I obtained a few benefits, because all your points are going to be on the benefits. Then you can write the content points. Just choose the phrases given here. For example, the first benefit was you complete this sentence using the content points given. Here comes the last part. Yes, the reasons. Just follow the steps. Write one introductory line for that paragraph. For example, there are a few reasons for you to join this camp next year. Then you can write the content points. The first reason is, the next reason is, okay. I hope students can follow these simple baby steps. Now, before we move on to the next step, I would like to highlight a point here. Look at the word reasons in the first sentence. The first reasons is. Now, this is a common mistake done by students in writing their content points. The students just copy the subtopic reasons in writing their points. Now, the word reasons is written as the subtopic because of having two reasons as the content points. But when you write, you might write one by one. So, you should not write reasons. Instead, you should write reason. So, the sentence should sound, the first reason is, and not the first reasons is. Please take note. Avoid doing this mistake. Now, let's see how to write the content points in paragraphs. The camp was held on 2nd April 2020. The venue was Ledang Nature Park, Pangkal. The camp was organized by the Nature Club of SMK Datuk Bentara Dalam Segamat. 85 students were involved in this camp. Now, all 4 content points are written correctly. So, you will get C1, C2, C3, C4. Altogether, 4 marks for content points in this paragraph. Let's see the next paragraph. Well, you have 4 activities here. Next, the benefits. Next, the reasons. Now, as you can see here, all are simple structures. Don't worry, though simple, your sentences are meaningful. Therefore, you will be awarded marks for each content point. Remember to be smart. Now, you have 12 marks for the content points. Are you happy? Well, you have to remember, we have to write the closure. Let's see how to write the closure. Now, here are some examples of closing remarks. For example, take care and send my regards to everyone. Or, I hope you will reply this letter soon. Take care. Or, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And you have a few more examples here. Now, you can choose according to the situation. As simple as that. Let's see how the closure is written in the next step. Let's read the last paragraph. I hope you enjoy reading my letter. Next year, I believe you will be interested to take part in this camp. Take care and send my regards to everyone. Now, your informal letter is almost done. But you have to complete your letter by writing yours sincerely and sign your letter. Remember, it is yours sincerely, not your sincerely. So here you will be awarded F3. Now, your letter is ready. Let's see the score. Format, you have F1, you have F2, you have F3. So your total is 3. Content points, you have included all 12 content points. So you are going to get 12 marks for your content. What is next? Yes, the language. If you could write like this, you will get, or perhaps maybe more, right? 5 marks for your language. Now, this is a very simple letter, but you are going to get 20 out of 35 marks. Aren't you happy? Well, once you could complete this and that you could do better, then you can move on to the next step. Now, the next step is to get more marks for your language. How to get more marks for language? One way is to elaborate the content points. But again, here are 2 gentle reminders. First, you don't need to elaborate all the points. Second, you can just write 1 or 2 extra sentences to elaborate your point. Remember, you elaborate the points that you think you could. Let's see how the points are elaborated. Now, in this paragraph, only the fourth content point is given an additional sentence. As you can see here, the content point is 85 students were involved in this camp, and the elaboration is all of us were Form 5 students. Next paragraph, we have a few points which are elaborated. Point number 5, content point 6, content point 7, and content point 8. Let's see point 5. The first activity was jungle trekking, and the elaboration is we learned a lot about flora and fauna. The same thing goes to point number 6, 7, and 8. Let's see point number 6. The next activity was treasure hunt, and the elaboration, it was very challenging and we enjoyed ourselves very much. Point 7. One more activity was cooking competition. Elaboration, this activity was very interesting. Surprisingly, the boys won the competition. Point number 8. The last activity was performing cultural dances. Elaboration, this activity was held before coming back. Some of my friends performed very well, and we learned a lot about the culture in Malaysia. Now, one more reminder. Just write, one or two sentences to support the content point. That is good enough. Let's see the other paragraphs. We have point 9, we have point 10, we have 11, we have 12. So, if you were to see here, not all the content points are elaborated. Again, dear students, it is up to you. Choose the points that you think you could elaborate. But remember, you must include all the content points. Now, let's see your score. Well, if you could include extra sentences for the content points, then you are going to get more marks for your language. So, why you have to worry about writing essays? If you could do this, your marks is going to be more than 10. Now, I believe that the baby steps you have learned will help you write an informal letter easily and correctly. Remember, students, learning one step at a time is very important. Now, the baby steps that you have learned will tell you that if learning is done in a step-by-step fashion, it is easy. Yes, it is easy. So, let's try answering this question. Just follow the baby steps that I have explained. I am sure that you can do it. Yes, you can do it. All the best to all of you and stay safe. Thank you. Regards from Teacher Pushpa, Sekolah Menengah Datuk Bentara Dalam Segamat. Thank you.